Good morning, everyone. Chapter, so and so, this, that, okay. I have come across, ouch, girls, some interesting things. First of all, I got some carrot peels, like some for my horses today. It's before Christmas, 4 days before Christmas. And we had, there's always interesting stuff going on at our place. Number one, we have a puppy here, big puppy. He's pretty good natured, this Snap, but he's a dog. And yesterday he showed up with some remnants of a chicken. How did he get into that? I have no idea. And most likely I will never know. But one thing I know, I will have to pay attention. Don't step on it. Come on now. That the only way I will get some clarity over what happened is if I watch him. Oh. Better get some of this too. Which is going to take what? Well, I'm going to have to be on the alert, even more so, to find out if he's actually going after our chickens and killing them. Alright, well, I like to be, I am somewhat of a detective, and I kind of look at, well, let me see. That was not a fresh kill that he brought. Huh? You found it, didn't you? You found it? So who killed it? Ah, well, could be many different things here in the woods. Yet, of course, the ones to accuse the easiest of are the ones closest to us. Right there, which would be a 5-month-old, huge Pyrenees Poodle Rottweiler puppy. Mm-hmm. Come on, piggies. So then, just a little while after that, I went back out and I saw Ozzy and the other new dog, and Gus. Gus is sitting there and Ozzy's chewing on something going, don't tell me. I went down there and I looked, and it's an old, there's no meat on it, it's just pelt and skin from a possum. Okay. All right, so I went down there expecting there's another chicken. Well, there wasn't. Oh, okay. Well, I went and checked, so then I know. And it's laying up on our porch now, which now I am going to dispose of it. Here's the thing with dogs. Dogs, the acids in their stomach are I don't know how many times stronger than that one of a human, which makes dogs into cadaver eaters. They can safely digest something that's already been dead for some time, unless you interfere. I've had plenty of dogs here, taking care of them. Well, they can only eat this or that. They're going to be allergic to it. I'm going, huh? Okay. Because of what? Because we altered. Whoever owns that dog person altered their acceptance of what they were actually initially, what their original code is in the part of the principle. In the part of the principles of creation. Yes. Humans are very, very good at doing that. Yeah. And it has, as far as I'm concerned, it has never brought any kind of betterment to anything. It's always caused more problems. But there's one thing. People have profited from it. Right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Happy for everyone. Oh, chickens want food too. So the bottom line of all this is I do not know if Gus, our 5-month-old dog, we had only for about a month now, is actually the one that killed a chicken and brought it up here, or if that chicken was killed by something else, then the dogs actually did their job and chased off whatever, and that it looked like it was a rooster, laid there for a while until Gus found it. Yeah, okay. Right. I don't know. But I could start a whole lot of gossip about it, couldn't I? Yes. Even though I don't really know. I don't know. I wasn't there. Even though it's right in my surround, I don't know. I have suspicions. Can't confirm that. Then I pay attention. So I'm going, okay. Yeah. Draw some conclusions, do the detective work, and yet still, I'm somewhat left in the dark, aren't I? Yeah. Unless I am willing to recognize on how I'm raising whatever I'm raising here, and how their natural, original code is being left alone and is allowed to play itself out. Then I have to say, no, it's most likely not my dogs here that have killed a chicken out there. Definitely didn't kill that possum. And then they're doing their thing of, okay, discovering what's out there and bring it on my porch. Okay. All right, hang on. Cheep, 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 cheep. Interesting. I just went out there and the rooster that I thought would be missing today is still there. Okay. How well do you know the creation of God, our Heavenly Parent? How well are you connected to it, and how well are you informed and have the knowledge to be willing to dig a little deeper in finding the truth? Anywho. All right? Oh, you're ready to go out? Well, let me get some hay out then. Are you a superstitious person? Do you think that animals are it's a good idea to have animals as a certain practice of omens? Okay. Superstitions. Or you ready? Or have multiple gods, pagan this, pagan that, which again, I just came across that where it's frustrating to come across things like that with people supposedly believing in God, yet they're using pagan practices, superstitions about animals. It's really interesting. There's not too many plants, though. Okay, there's plants that are put, the hellebore, this, oh, okay. Yeah. Without ever really searching, studying, getting to know the original code of a plant or an animal. Very sad. Very sad to me. On how, come on, go. I gotta let that old timer out too. Or on how people give stock into getting their cards read, what their crystal is, this and that. Okay, so are people realizing on how they are putting importance of one thing or another that has been created in this world, that is available in this world, and compare it with something else? So you cannot pick up a rock out there that means absolutely nothing, has no value, this, now, and look at it and not go, wow, that's really amazing. Can't do that. If you found a crystal, though, or some gold, right? Whoa! Okay. The interesting thing is when you have children and grandchildren and you watch them, when they do that, what happens? Aha! Yeah. Because of what? Because the original code in every child, regardless, is more intact than it will ever be in a full-grown adult human being. Interesting. And that is why so many people are having a hard time during Christmas time. Because that pure love, that purity of the original code coming from God, that creator, created everything, in a sinless child, born according to his will and no one else. Mary and Joseph followed. Joseph and Mary followed the instructions to have that child together, to keep that child safe together. You see? Yeah. And yet even there, people want to interfere. Interesting. As older as I get, the more and more am I perplexed over the hypocrisy on how people want to be happy. You want to, are yearning for this or that, and I don't know what. Always blaming their decisions, unhealthy, unproductive, and stubborn decisions on something else then later on. Instead of, I learned my lesson. And I'm going to do better and leave everyone else that's involved out of it per se. Yes. Okay, you get to defend your stance. Once you become a teacher of the Word of God, that's a bit different again. Yeah. Why is it we can see the value in a crystal, a diamond ring, and gold, but we can't see the value like a child does? Still pretty much unblemished in just a rock. A rock that, for one reason or another, they look at it and go, that's beautiful. I want that. I'm collecting that. I've taken many walks with children where they collect things. I'm going, okay. And then have to realize their purity is what guides them. Then what guides the rest of us? When you become a certain age, as you keep going. I saw another good post I'd like to end with. He always has good thoughts. Adam and Eve struggled, but they each struggled on their own. They didn't struggle together, right? Or they would have gone to God and said, we're struggling. Think we need some help. Can you guide us? But they didn't. What was the consequence? Yes, okay. Then Cain and Abel, a brother killing a brother. Well, Abel was the good one and Cain was the bad one. They both struggled. They both struggled on their own, but they didn't struggle together. If they would have struggled together, they would have found a way to love each other as brothers and get through the struggle, but they didn't do that. In many families today, you struggle on your own, but you don't struggle together. When you suddenly realize that you're struggling together, you get through the struggle together, restoration starts to happen. Have I experienced that? Yes, 100%. Oh, am I to? No. What did I just say? We struggled together. Struggling together doesn't mean you say yes and amen to everything. You try to get past the gossip, past the what you just see on the surface and go, okay, wait a minute. Then you come to a conclusion. Then you work from that, with whomever you need to work with. And that is that. That does not mean you cave in for everything. That does not mean that you accept everything. That means that you are ready. You have enough knowledge. You read the Bible from beginning to end, from the end to the beginning, and you do it again and this and that, and you never give up on that to start with. You start to read it with your heart. Yeah, there are inconsistencies. There are certain beliefs in there, especially of men. This, that I have to say as a woman, no. No, you don't get to do that. But then I apply my mind and I try to communicate that as a creation of God with a heart to mind, spiritual existence. This and that, right? Yes? Where are you? That sounded really close. Oh, there you are. Yeah. If people have a dog and they raise them with clothes on and cook them homegrown meals, this and that, okay, whatever they want to do, then they also have to expect that their dog's not going to be able to handle when they're done with them and they go in the way that maybe they're going to be treated according to the original code. So make sure that when you spoil and basically treat something for one reason or another in a way that doesn't make sense according to the principles of creation, then you will have to take care of that for the rest of your life. You make sure that that is a possibility. Sadly, many parents are starting to find out that that is exactly what they have to do. I found the best guidance in the Bible. I found that the guidance that I was given as a child in school, through the Bible as well, we had Bible study in school, was great. So here I am again. I saw a post where, so what do we need to teach in schools that children aren't being taught today? I said, the Bible. The Bible, the Bible, and the Bible. And every parent, every teacher, every grandmother, every grandfather should be in there saying, the Bible. It is the best guidance for our children. Yeah, to learn what to do and what not to do. Do you know why the New Testament at the time of Jesus' life was not very well received? For the same reason that the Bible, the Ten Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, the one God, Christian God, is also not accepted in today's public system, school system. It interferes with too much of all the horrible things people like to do out there. And that is what we would rather continue teaching our children, rather advocating out there, or stay silent about it. Am I going, I don't want to wave, make any waves, this and that. I could be looked at as exclusive, or I'm persecuting this and that, and I don't want, or judging, and I don't want to do that. Okay, you see? Yeah, a wimp. I saw an interesting, that's what I'm going to finish up with, the 10 points of a narcissist. I read through them going, all right, well, okay, whatever. Then I thought, I wonder what the 10 points of a self-proclaimed victim or a wimp or a coward is. How about we start there? I don't think narcissism in this world is a problem. I don't think so. But everybody likes to, yeah. Well, you have to find you've got to find an excuse for why you've been a victim, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And God forbid if you'd had to look at yourself and go, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. Well, anyway, that's what I have to say in chapter 16, part 1. Yeah. It's great. Yep. It's amazing on how people have no problem pointing the finger out there as a victim of who knows what. They're all still alive, by the way. Or someone who feels, oh, I've been done wrong here and there. Yeah, I am. And I don't know what. Are able to perfectly determine on what their predators, the perpetrators, on who they are and what they did, this and that. Yet never look at themselves and say, why was I there? Where was I at? Why did this happen to me? Yes, see? Just saying. Could have done that with my dogs and say, oh, I know. Yeah, he did that. And at the look, I was going, I don't think he did. The signs aren't right. And I taught better. I taught them better than that. I know that. So what are they doing? Oh, wait a second. What's the original code of a dog? their stomach acid is super strong, way stronger than a human's to digest things. So they're cadaver eaters to start with. Oh, that's a 5-month-old puppy. Oh, he's still under, he's not been 100% trained, this and that, by what? A human, me, per se. He's still operating on what? Yes. So is that something I want to operate out of him? No. I'm the one, though, needs to know 100% sure. Okay, all right, did you just kill one of my chickens or not? And since I am the one who can determine that, rather than just go for the, okay. And I did determine. Now, that was not fresh at all. He got it from somewhere, I'm not sure where. So a coyote may have been, I don't know. I can make up one story after another. I'm not going to know. All I know is my 5-month-old puppy, 6-month-old puppy, did not kill that chicken. Just brought part of it home. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Reflect before you react. I gotta clean the barn now. Which I love doing. It's a great exercise every day. Some people need all kinds of, yoga, what's it called? Yoga clothes and a yoga mat, and then the room, yoga classes, this and that, I don't know, meditation classes, and pay a bunch of money for this and that, which is fine too. Not everybody's got what I got here. And make room for that in their daily lives. So, interesting. But in my daily lives, yoga, meditation, cleaning out the barn, meditating on my animals, to snatch, It's part of my daily life. I found in many ways that's how many people differ. Some of us just have it naturally in our lives, due to certain decisions we made, worked towards. And others have to artificially inject that in their life. Two different ways. But if we learn to struggle towards the same, which is God is it. Our Heavenly Parent is it. We all should struggle for His recognition, praise for whatever we do in our lives, right? Yes? And when we do that, then we're going towards restoration. We're going towards restoration. It's a beautiful path to be on. I don't know why anybody would not want to join that, especially when you start to realize, wow, that's a good way to save a lot of people's lives out there, especially children. Anybody find anything wrong with that? Don't know. Is there a label for that? Okay. All right. God's love and blessings always. Now, we'll talk to y'all another time.